The reason for filing that petition was that we were 3 weeks away from the expiry of our license, and we did not have clarity from government on how that renewal will take place. So we were apprehensive that if the government didn't do anything about it, in 3 weeks' time our license would expire and our ability to continue our services would be impacted. The court then didn't dismiss the petition. They basically asked both the petitioner and the respondents कि अगर आप समझते हैं कि ये आप मिल बैठ के फैसला कर सकते हैं, तो they remanded the case back to the regulator with the instructions that the regulator must review the case afresh and then come out with a determination which should be a speaking order, i.e. वो अपने reasons भी बताएंगे, ना सिर्फ नतीजा बताएंगे, reasons भी बताएंगे कि वो उस नतीजे पे किस तरह पहुंचे. So subsequent to that, the regulator did invite both Jazz and Telenor for the hearings. We submitted our arguments verbally and in writing, and based on that, the regulator came out with a decision on the 25th of July. We are now currently evaluating that decision. We have 30 days to decide what to do with that, either to accept it or not. So we're evaluating our options and we'll pursue our course as a result. Now we do have clarity. The government has come out with a policy directive that explains कि आपका renewal in terms or conditions में हो सकता है. We have a disagreement with the government on those terms and conditions. We don't understand the logic on what these terms and conditions have been built, and therefore we asked or requested the government for the reasons. Unfortunately, जो उनका नया order आया उसमें उन सारे reasons की वजाहत नहीं है, and therefore we are contemplating whether to go back to court and say जो our original stance stands. But I think in this petition we would like to talk more about that if the government's decision to renew on the terms and conditions and the price that they have put forward, the impact that's going to have on digital progress in Pakistan. So the current petition revolves around that. So the 2015 policy is generally a very progressive policy. We have no issues with that, and the industry was consulted and co-opted in the process. So it's, as all policies are, it's generally an enabling policy, right? और policies आपको कोई बहुत specific rules, regulations नहीं provide करते, guidelines provide करते हैं कि ये भी होना चाहिए, इस तरह कर लें, ये देख लें. So in that policy, the government made it very, the policy makes it very clear that there are renewals and auctions are two different things. और उसकी एक बड़ी commonsensical वजह है. Renewal उस बंदे का या उस इदारे का या उस कंपनी का होता है who's already invested time, effort, money and is providing services. Auction is someone who's coming into the market new, and the cost of a new entrant is always higher. So our basic premise is, जो कि policy इस चीज़ को recognize किया उसने कहा कि auctions और renewals दो मुख्तलिफ तरीके हैं. Auctions का process ये है, जब भी auction होंगी, renewal के लिए हम framework बनाएंगे, जो framework आज तक नहीं बनाया गया. The issue is much more principled. What we're saying is that whatever price the government is coming out with, there has to be a logic. And more importantly, the logic needs to be supportive of the progress of digital agenda in Pakistan. Logic तो हो सकता है कि जी market price, economic price, let's say for argument's sake is X. Our premise is कि अगर आपने digitalization को support करना है, then इसको आप X-1 या X-2 रखें, ना कि X+10. And unfortunately, that is the point of difference. The government seems to be taking a view that the economic price is whatever they've come out with, which is the 450. We believe that that is not supported by the industry profitability and the lack of digital progress or the slow speed of digital progress in Pakistan. We believe this is a sector that needs to be enabled and not constrained. अगर इस disagreement की वजह से both Telenor and Jazz are unable to renew their spectrums at whatever price, doesn't matter. If they're unable to renew it, there is an impact on services being provided. और वो service ये नहीं होगा कि suddenly 10 million customers will be disconnected, but degradation of services depending on where our footprint is stronger or not stronger, it will have an impact. So immediate impact would be a degradation of services, which would be unfortunate. I think my suggestion would be that we need to look at it again from a much more longer perspective, that forget a Jazz customer, any digital mobile customer today wants data here and now at faster speeds. हमारी data की desire, hunger बढ़ती जा रही है, which is great. The more people that get onto the cyber highway, the better informed they are, they're more aware of their rights, their responsibilities, their options. So we want to encourage that choice, not discourage that choice. And I think that's the point which is not directly linked to license renewals, but that's the point that we want to make, that reasonable license pricing is a good step towards increasing digitalization in Pakistan. It's not the only step, there are a lot of other things that needs to go there as well, but we believe that if the government approaches this with that eye, not to give operators a freebie, but to really see what is fair and what would support the digital agenda in Pakistan. And I think in the long run, there is a fixed amount of investments we can make. उस investment pot में से अगर ज़्यादा पैसा license renewal की तरफ चला जाएगा, our ability to improve and upgrade our network will suffer. So there is no immediate threat to pricing. However, I do believe that in the medium to long term, the money that we should be investing in the infrastructure to upgrade it will go towards the license fees, which I don't think is the right choice. That the impression is being created that government is asking for fair wages, so to speak, but the big operators are reluctant to pay that because they want to take more profit out of Pakistan. I think that picture is not correct. We are not saying कि आप हमें license fee कम कर दें और वो पैसे हमें घर ले जाने दें. We are very comfortable and happy if the government were to take the lesser money that they are charging from us and put some conditions on us that forces us to improve the infrastructure. So it's not about taking the cash home, it's about investing it in the future of Pakistan, and that's really what we're trying to argue with government, discuss with them. We think there is a win-win in there. There doesn't need to be a win-loss in there. Yes, I understand government has certain constraints. All we're asking is for a fair hearing and a fair decision that helps digital Pakistan.